Hey, welcome gamers to the GamerGuide channel. I am Rollin in Robocraft, and in this episode we're going to be looking at a Tier 4 plasma called the Tier 4 Plasma Bolt. This will be a build tutorial and a little bit of Let's Play at the beginning, so if you're interested in the build, just stick around till the end. This is made especially for one of my viewers, ZeroCookieCake. He had asked for a Tier 4 plasma, a little over-tiered gun action, but any kind of maneuverability, so I went ahead and I went with hover blades, as that's kind of my favorite type. This build is 720 CPU and 251 cubes. It will cost 74,011 RP to build. And all the blocks you're going to need to put this together are going to be listed over on the right once we go into the garage. Now this is made especially to deal damage. It has over-tiered Tier 5 cannons, so you're going to need to have those unlocked in your tech tree before you can build this, but if you don't, feel free to use your Tier 4 and you can probably upgrade the armor here to orange cubes instead of going with all teal. Thank you to all the subscribers. Please leave a comment below and thumbs up this video. I appreciate all that good stuff. Enjoy the rest of this match video, and then we're going to run over to the garage and get started on the tutorial. Alright, let's get started building this plasma bolt. First thing we need to do is put down inners, and we're going to be using predominantly all inners on this build. Keep it nice and light, keep it moving just a little bit faster. So the first line is going to be the center of the chassis we're putting down here, and we'll just use the floor to get the blocks positioned. Then you can hit period to lift the blocks up. I think I was about 5 or 6 here up in the air. And now we're going to start lining the sides here. I'm going to be using a lot of prisms and inners in this build especially. Now if you don't have access to Tier 5 cannons, feel free to use a little bit more of the Tier 4 cubes. I'm using a lot of Tier 3 because we're over-tiering at the end of this. Alright, we're just going to add these inners all the way down the center here, leaving that spot open for where we'll eventually put a couple of tetra that are going to be for our pilot seat mount. Alright, we're going to get a little extra protection here, so we'll add some temp blocks to the side, and then we're going to put prisms on with the corners faced inward so it doesn't transfer damage to the tetra. And then you can just go ahead and remove these temp blocks. And now we're going to go back over to using inners. Alright, now we're just going to build the front out a little bit here. And now we've kind of got our bottom done. Take your time on this, we're just doing a lot of cube turning and stuff like that. Just for the way it looks, but you feel free to turn your inners any way you like. Alright, now we're going to add some more temporary blocks here and put on some prisms, just so the damage doesn't transfer to the lower gun. And when you're done, you can just pull them off. Alright, now let's start on the next layer. Alright, these are going to end up being for our front electroplates. And now we'll go ahead and line the sides here with a little bit more T3 armor. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit more bulk here to the two wings. Alright, we're going to do the temporary block thing again to get our prisms positioned in the right way. And now we'll go ahead and connect the corners with some more prisms. This will just make it a little harder for our guns to get blown off. Alright, now let's remove these temps. Let's go ahead and put our pilot seat in now. We'll go ahead and put two of these tetra, not touching each other, kind of front and back. And then go ahead and put your pilot right here on top of the back one. Alright, now we're going to build up our front just a little bit where the pilot will sit, a little bit more armor. This will be good to keep plasma blasts and stuff like that, or rail shots from totally destroying our ship with one shot. Just using a couple prisms upside down here. Again, we're going to use some temporary blocks and one more time add on some prisms with the corners faced inwards and the flat side on the outside. get rid of the temps. Alright, now we're going to keep our craft looking good with some windshields. I'm going to use a total of 4 of the prism ones, 3 around and 1 upside down attached to the other. Alright, now we're ready to start adding some components onto this thing. We have enough room on our tier bar to add 1 tier 3 thruster, and then we'll add a couple fender guards to the rear in a T3 electroplate. And T3 hover blades up front too. And now we're going to use T4 electroplates for front side protection. And remember, all the guns here are T5 plasmas. So if you don't have them yet, you should be able to go all T5 and still be in T4 once you do. And now we're going to add some top side protection to keep us safe from plasma bombers and other SMG fire and rails. And to wrap it up, we'll put 1 of these T3 radar jammers on. Well, I hope you enjoyed this build, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe if you would for me, and you can check out some of these other videos here if you want some more. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.